Hey guys, this is Paul Lynch. I'm an anesthesiologist from Scottsdale, Arizona. I wanted to make a quick update on what's going on with COVID this week. I've been making videos again for about 3 weeks trying to grab people's attention. I think everyone kind of has got the message now that this is hitting hard. And I think a lot of people have been following my message the last couple of weeks are getting the message that they should get vaccinated. That's really the main thing that I'm focusing on this summer is the importance of getting vaccinated. As the data comes in, it's very, very clear that we have a tale of two cities. The vaccinated are doing well and surviving and staying out of the hospital for the most part and not dying. And the unvaccinated are quickly filling up our hospitals and our ICU and dying at a rapid clip. I want to continue to make videos and educate as I can. I'm coming to you from the road again today. As you can see, I'm in a car. I'm in Texas. And for those that don't know, I'm licensed in the state of Texas. I've managed clinics here in Texas for about 10 years now. And so Texas is a little bit of a second home for me. I did my training in Texas, and the people of the state are wonderful and close to my heart. And they're not doing well right now. I've posted some pictures and videos last week, and it seemed to be controversial for some that don't want to believe that there's a crisis in Texas. But in reality, Texas, along with Florida, has become ground zero for the new COVID wave. I'm here talking to doctors today and getting their takes on it, what's going on in the hospitals, and it's almost like a hidden disaster that's happening that a lot of people don't know about. They don't understand. If you drive by the hospital, it might look beautiful, white hospitals with trees and everything's beautiful. You don't see what's going on in the inside, and what's going on in the inside is quite bad. I'm going to put some links below on the Texas data, but ICUs are filling up. In Dallas, I'm in Houston today, but in Dallas on Sunday, there was only 12 ICU beds throughout the entire city that were available for anyone, COVID patients or patients that just got out of surgery. I mean, keep in mind, in Dallas County, there's like 2.5 to 3 million people. They had 12 ICU beds available. And so what's happening is all these patients that are unvaccinated are showing up in the hospital at once, and they're getting hospitalized, and they're on the edge of death, and they are doing what they can to keep them alive, and often that's the ICU. But what that means is now there's no ICU beds available. If you get in a car accident, if you've been in Dallas traffic, it's not the best. If you're in a car accident, there's no ICU. If you have a heart attack, there's no ICU. If you have a stroke, there's no ICU. This is a big, big deal. And I've had some people comment even on my page that the newspapers and people are blowing it out of proportion. And it's just not true. I'm talking to the doctors firsthand. The ICUs are overwhelmed. At no point in history have there been this few ICU beds available throughout the state. As a matter of fact, there's about 200 hospitals in the state that report, and of those, 80 of the hospitals have 0 ICU beds, and another 50 to 60 only have 1 or 2 spots available. So this is like unprecedented. The Texas Medical Association's getting involved. There's COVID task force. This is a big deal. And a lot of people on the ground just don't know that it's going on. And so I continue to make some of these videos just so people kind of understand what's going on. I'd like this video not to be quite as long today, as I think sometimes they get too long and people aren't able to watch them. But I want to give you a quick update on national numbers. There are 158,000 cases reported yesterday. 158,000 cases. Just remember, just like 45 days ago, we were like 10,000 cases. So a 15x increase in cases in 45 days. This is a massive surge. We talked about this 3 or 4 weeks ago when I made my first video in a while, that this Delta variant is different. It has an R naught between 6 and 8, which means if you get COVID, you're going to infect 6 to 8 other people, and they're going to infect 6 to 8 other people, and they are, and it continues, and that's why it's surging rapidly. It is not surging rapidly in the vaccinated. Can you have breakthrough infections? Yes, we've talked about this on some of the videos, but 90% reduction in your chance of getting hospitalized, and a 99% chance in your chance your chance of going to the ICU and dying. And so if you haven't been vaccinated and you're still listening to my video, Vaccination's the single most important thing that you can do to save your life and to protect those around you. The vaccinations are safe. I've read all the trials. There was about 75,000 people in the Pfizer and Moderna studies, and not only did they not get symptomatic COVID when they got vaccinated, but they didn't die, and they had very, very few side effects. And so vaccination is safe and it saves lives, and if you haven't been vaccinated, I strongly encourage you to go out and do that. I wanted to touch on the data just a little bit more before I finish. So 158,000 cases yesterday and over 1,000 deaths. So there were 1,055 deaths reported yesterday. It was the first time going over kind of that psychological barrier of 1,000 deaths a day. It's the first time in like 4 or 5 months that we hit that number. That's a very scary number. And by the way, that's 1,055 with Florida not reporting their data yesterday. As some of you guys know, Florida made the decision only to report once a week. Florida has taken the position that, you know, most people know about COVID at this point. We don't need to keep giving them the data. But the reality is there was probably 200 people dead yesterday in Florida that wasn't reported. And so the real number yesterday wasn't 1,055. It was probably north of 1,200. And as I've talked about in the past, and I'm going to do more videos over the next couple of weeks, the actual amount of deaths, whatever is being reported on COVID, you can multiply by about 1.5. And so my estimate of actual deaths that occurred in the United States yesterday could be as high as 1,800 to 2,000 people dead in a day, which is insane to me because this is preventable. These are preventable deaths. If you don't believe me, go talk to your doctor about it. I see lots of controversy, especially on Facebook and YouTube and some of this, where not everyone believes all this and not everyone agrees with everything I'm saying. But as they've polled doctors, 98% of physicians in the United States have either been vaccinated already or plan to be. So if you don't believe what I'm saying, go talk to your doctor about it. 98% chance they're going to give you good advice that the vaccine is going to help save your life. And so that's all I'm going to do today. God bless you guys. Stay safe. Please get vaccinated if you haven't been. And if you think this was helpful, consider sharing this to some of your friends and family. It may just save a life. Have a great day.